Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia video. Today we're going to do a should you pull on Neon. So we've got Neon FR and then we've also got Cloud of Darkness FR coming. So some things to look at there. Or it's a Cloud of Darkness rerun, right? Like she already had her FR. So there's actually two banners and Cloud of Darkness and Neon will be on both of them, but only their own specific banner will have the BT on it. And then the side characters are actually different on each banner, so we're going to talk about that. So one banner is going to have Neon, Kate Sith, and Nine. And then the other banner will have Cloud of Darkness, Fran, and Vanille. So we'll talk about this banner first. Honestly, I guess the side characters here, Vanille and Fran, so if you're not familiar with them, Vanille is pretty much one of the better dispellers in the game. I mean, that's kind of like her specialty, is she does debuffing and dispelling. And then she does have like a trap that's kind of cool on her EX. Her EX is recharges fast. You can use it a lot, right? The thing with Vanille is like her damage just isn't good enough right now. Like she's an LD only character. And you can see I like Vanille. I blued her armor. Like I really like her. I think you definitely can use her. She definitely fits kind of like the slot 3 mold though. Like you still need like a top tier support and a top tier DPS to put with her. So she isn't a character I would go out of my way for. Vanille's call though is very useful because you can get some on-demand dispelling as a call. So I do like her as a call. Same thing with Fran. I don't really like Fran in the party, but she does have a very good call. Fran's thing is she's just a kind of a generic range damage dealer. She does have a really cool stacking debuff called Vera's Punishment. What's cool about Vera's Punishment is that it is a single debuff slot, but it has like 6 debuffs packed within it. So you get a lot of bang for your buck there, which is why I like Fran for the call, because you can just use the call to get Vera's Punishment. So Vanille and Fran I definitely like more as calls than in the party. So if you do get their LDs, they're definitely like good calls to have. Cloud of Darkness, a lot of you are probably familiar with her by now, but she is basically a delay-based character. And then with her BT effect, she does get follow-up attacks, which is really strong, right? So the thing with Cloud of Darkness is if you get them, you definitely would want to full invest in green the BT. And you can see I have not greened the BT. I currently do not really use Cloud of Darkness that much. But it's very important. This is a character you would want to green because I think a lot of their value comes in their off turn. And without their green BT, it's really tough to get that because for a non-maxed out character, she's not really the character you would want to use like her burst phase. Now with FR Echo and all that, sure, maybe you would want to do that with her FR, but I think Cloud of Darkness, the way I would use her is I would green the BT, I would pop the BT effect before I go into like my big force time, and then have a character spam turns in their burst phase while her burst effect is up, and then she would be doing a bunch of follow-ups. That's the way I would use Cloud of Darkness, and then she's good for having the delay as well. But I don't think Cloud of Darkness is a character you should go out of your way for. I feel like this banner, this right here, I think is very skippable. I really wouldn't recommend most players to draw for it. Even though I like the Vanille and Fran calls, you can definitely live without those calls. Like they're not like top tier calls. Now on this side, we've got Neon, we've got Kate Sith, and we've got Nine. The thing with Nine is a shield-based character, right? The problem with Nine is that he always gets overshadowed by Warrior of Light, and that happens again, right? So the thing is like you really shouldn't be pulling for Nine, because if you want what Nine does, you should get Warrior of Light. Now someone might argue, well, Nine is budget, he's only LD, you don't need to get FRBT. Well, Warrior of Light is also budget because Warrior of Light LD only is going to be just as good, if not better, than 9 LD only. So I would say Warrior of Light is still the better character to go for. So really there isn't a place for 9 because you're not really going to need 2 shield characters on the same team. The only reason you would want 9 is for like lockout content and you want to have multiple shield characters at your disposal. But really, it's unfortunate because 9 is very good. He's cool. It's just Warrior of Light shields are better. So like, I don't know why you would go for 9. Then we have Kate Sith. Kate Sith is a very solid support character. You know, if you need a budget support character, Kate Sith is a battery-based support character. And he enables like crit damage and crit hits, which is really good. Kate Sith, I will say, he does have a very notable call. The call is very good for enabling basically damage out of your damage dealers. So Kate Sith call I think is a very good one. If you do pick it up, it is a call that I use quite a bit. Then we have Neon, which I'm using 7 here as a substitute. Neon isn't in game, so I can't actually put Neon on the screen for you. Neon, I think, is an interesting character, and I'm definitely going to go for Neon. She is a fire damage based character, which there aren't a lot of good fire damage characters in the game, right? It's kind of like Jacked and Lulu and like Vivi, but then Vivi's also got Dark in there. There just isn't a lot of variety for fire damage, right? So I want, for me, I feel like I've never really fully built and had like a top tier damage dealer that's fire, so I really kind of want to have that right now. So Neon, what she does is she has a very important debuff called like Fires of Doomsday or Fires of something, whatever. It's a debuff, and it's stacking. And what happens is when it's at 6 stacks, any fire damage dealt to the enemies will be rainbow numbers. And if you don't know what rainbow numbers are, it basically means it's the maximum brave damage the character can do no matter what. So it's not affected by defense, not affected by damage reduction. So Core and Setzer are the 2 most common characters you see with rainbow numbers. It basically means you're capping on your brave damage every time no matter what. The cool thing with Neon is she true fire enchants the party. Now, the difference between just fire enchanting and true fire enchanting is that if you did a normal enchant, and let's say I've got Garnet on the party, right? Garnet inherently uses water and thunder attacks. You can't enchant over that. So if the attack is inherently thunder, it's going to stay thunder. But if you have true fire enchant, what it's going to do is it's going to override any elements that were already on the weapons and just force them into fire. So basically it turns Garnet into doing fire damage with her water attacks and doing fire damage with her thunder attacks. Now this is good comboed with Neon because it basically ensures that as long as enemies have that stacked debuff, that all of your attacks from all of your allies will be hitting rainbow numbers, which to me is pretty dang busted. The other thing is oh gosh, what was it? I had another thought I was going to say about Neon. But yeah, her fire enchant's really cool. The other thing is, okay, so that's the other thing I was going to say. If you full invest Neon, I don't remember exactly what part of the kit it is. We'll talk about it when I do her character guide. But normally her debuff that goes up to 6 stacks, it normally like decreases. But one of her effects, I think it's her BT effect. It makes it so that it doesn't decrease. So it will, like, if her BT effect is up, that debuff just chills at 6 stacks, and your party basically for the duration of her BT effect, you're just always hitting rainbow numbers, which I think is really good. Now, rainbow numbers aren't nearly as important as they used to be. Heavy defense, heavy brave damage reductions, heavy brave gain reductions, those were a thing more for like Lufenia era. Now it just seems like characters can always brave gain, they're always capped out, they can always do good damage. So it's not as important, but I still think it'll be a fun mechanic to have. So that being said, is Neon a must pull? Absolutely not. Neon is not a must pull. We've actually got a community stream coming up on Thursday, which is tomorrow. So yeah, tomorrow we got a community. So it's kind of interesting. Tomorrow we're going to have a community stream in the afternoon, and then we're going to have Neon dropping in at night. So we're going to find out what we've got for the rest of the month, and then hopefully most of next month. But something that they will announce in the community stream, I think it's going to be like the banner right after Neon, or maybe 2 banners after Neon. We're going to get like Tifa FR Echo, which is going to be a really hype one to get. So there's going to be better things coming that I don't know that you have to get Neon. Now, for a veteran player like me, the reason why Neon's so hype, like I said, I think the fire stuff is really cool, and it's unique, right? Like, not a lot of characters do rainbow stuff, so I think I'm going to get it because it's unique, but for me, it's a brand new character, which is really hype for me. There's a lot of value on the banner, because it's the banner where there's, like, the most things I would ever need on a banner, because normally I hop into these things, and it's like, I need 1 FR and I'm out, or I need 1 BT, or something like that, right? So, the fact that I need a character's whole kit is kind of fun, and I want to build this brand new character, especially so I can show you guys a guide. So I'm personally going to pull, but I think both of these banners are actually skippable. So I would recommend for the average player, you're probably safe to skip. Like, I would say like a character, like, so if you're someone that has resources and you just want to pull on something and you maybe haven't pulled lately, a character like Warrior of Light is going to give you a lot more value over time than Neon is, okay? Neon's going to be kind of like how Terra is and kind of like how 7 is. As much as I like Terra and 7 right now, they're characters that are going to fizzle out quite quickly, just because they're more damage-based characters, and like power creep happens. Power creep happens way faster for like damage dealers than it does for like supports and shield characters and tanks and all that stuff, right? So Warrior of Light is a character that's going to have a lot more longevity, that you're going to get more use out of the Neon. But if you have the resources and you want Neon, I think she is going to be a really cool, fun character to get, right? So anyways, you guys can let me know if you're going to pull or not. Look forward. I already have it on my channel posted, waiting and ready to go, but there will be a Neon live stream. So I'm going to do that again. Hopefully my sound issues will be fixed this time from the last stream that I had. So anyways, let me know what you guys think if you're going to pull. Thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all on the next one.